If you enjoy this featured episode of Long Lost Brothers, please go and follow or favorite the podcast to get future episodes.
Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit, self-improvement, and the overall acquisition of betterment. My name is Brett Scott.
I'm just Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers, yeah?
Yeah, long lost.
We are.
So what's up, Brett? How's it going, birthday boy?
Look, man, I think that was a happy birthday. Thank you, sir. 36 years young, and I still feel like a little kid in a grown man's body.
Yeah. I was telling my wife yesterday, we're the grown-ups now. Which one we want to do?
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah. I
still feel I'm like sometimes I'll think about it and I'll be like, Am I 28 or 29 this year? Oh, fuck. But yeah, dude, so I've been, you fucked me, man. You fucked me over because you know how I get when I get into something, right? Like, yeah. I go fucking ridiculously whole hog into something. Like, you know, yeah. I go straight Saved. I go straight Saved by the Bell, straight fucking.
Oh no!
You know,
I sent you that link to the new Saved by the Bell thing, and you're fucking just balls in it now, or what?
No, I haven't watched Saved by the Bell at all. But no, man, the Time Suck podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
dude, it's out of control now. I'm like 3 episodes a day. I'm trying to work my way through the entire podcast.
Dude, it's like that.
It's crazy.
It's like, yeah, that's like the best podcast.
It's so entertaining. Like,
my wife hates podcasts, but she like every Monday night or we're listening to Time Suck for sure.
It was fucked up. I was trying to explain it to my wife the other day because she absolutely hates podcasts. And I was like, yo, there's this podcast I've been listening to. And I was telling her about it. And I was trying to explain it, right? And I'm like, I was like, the best part is when he makes up completely false shit and throws it into the story.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the best part. And she was like, that sounds terrible. That sounds like the worst thing. I wouldn't like that at all. I was like, you would, trust me. You would.
Yeah, like the Roanoke spiders. I don't know if I'm giving shit away, but like
I haven't heard that one, but I love it, and I love the pretend ads too.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's so much to that. Like, it's a whole universe.
But I've noticed, because the first one I ever listened to was the Bloody Benders, which is a pretty new one, right? A couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And I listened to that, and like, dude, from then on, I'm like, all right, I got to listen to some more, because right away you can tell that there's a whole, it's a whole universe of fucking.
Yeah, you got to go. There's Albert Fish and Ed Kemper. Those are the next 2 you have to listen to.
Oh, dude, I've already listened to 20 episodes.
Yeah.
I've listened to 20 episodes now. Like, I think I did Columbine. I did the Bloody Benders. I did the Annie Oakley. I did the latest one, and then I went back and I just did the sex one, and
oh yeah, sex one's good.
Yeah, it is good. I love the fucking. Hey, we're like promoting another podcast on our podcast, but
I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm like so like literally like I put everybody onto that podcast because it's like literally like the bomb, like fucking the Machine. He even like said like he promoted it. Like, he has an episode where he talks about Time Suck for like 10 fucking minutes on the Bert Kreischer's podcast. Like, it's like, no, like Dan Cummins like is a hella dope, and he just recovered from COVID. So props to Dan Cummins, you the shit, homie.
Dude, you know what is crazy though? I'm getting a lot of like inspiration to like do stuff with my podcast. You know what I mean? Just by listening to this dude fucking work his craft. Like, it's like, man, I want to do like I've decided like next week on my podcast, I'm going to do like a little bit longer one, probably like 20-30 minute one, where I'm going to dig into like the Tuskegee Experiment. You know anything about that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really fucked up story where like our government experimented on black men fucking back in the day.
Yeah,
like,
I gave him syphilis or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm like, my wife suggested something about it. Like, she was like, you ever heard of this? I'm like, yeah, I've heard it. I don't really know much about it. She's like, that's what you should talk about on your podcast. I was like, okay, fuck it. I will. I'll go research it, and like, you know, I want to go kind of deep on it and like talk about it.
I think that's something you can approach well. Oh
yeah, and I think that I have Dan Cummins to thank for even fucking wanting to do that, like do a deep dive on something like that. So,
yeah, and it's cool because he has like a whole staff that like. Yeah, like it's crazy. That's a good fucking. And what I like also about him is a percentage of the like 10 grand, 5 grand every month that they make in profit from the podcast and the merch, they donate to a charitable cause.
Yeah,
like they're doing like giving, like legit fucking good people. You know what I mean? Like I like the cult of the curious. It's legit, dude.
Yeah, it sounds super positive. Like I would love if we ended up having like a group, you know, around our podcast that was that great. You know what I mean? Like that's something to aspire to for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And fucking okay, so I'm in a profession where it's common that you need to, and when you're in a Zoom meeting, you have to tell people your pronouns, okay?
Yeah. Which
is something I'm not really into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I don't need to be labeled. I'm just who I am.
Right. I'm Jesse.
Okay, but this other person that I met that's in the same profession, I introduced her to Time Suck as well. And
shit. Okay.
And so I said, my name is Jesse. I am a meat sack, and because that's what he calls everybody, meat sacks. I said, I'm a meat sack, and she just starts dying. And I was like, I guess you can call me a him, but I'm just a meat vehicle, so it doesn't really matter. Whatever. I'm a meat sack, and I got a spirit inside of me, and we can move forward with the meat. And you know, like, I mean, it's probably like, I mean, I'm not trying to be like that guy, but
that's
like,
great. Fuck it.
I'm like, I'm a guy. Like, I don't know.
That's hilarious, dude. That reminds me of this time. Like, my buddy Justin and I, we went to a movie, and he goes up and he's like, "Yeah, 1 for this movie or whatever." And the person behind the counter, behind the little window, goes, "Are you Ohio State alumni?" And he's like, "No." And they go, "Are you military?" And I'm like, "No." Are you this? Like, she kept asking her. He goes, "No, ma'am, I'm just a regular human man." Like, I thought it was the funniest shit ever. Like, yeah, that's it. You just go up and be like, "Excuse me, I have no no qualifiers. I'm just a regular human man."
She's trying. You can fit so many discounts in this baby banging the hood of the fucking counter.
Fantastic. All right, what's been going on, man? How's your week been?
My week has been, I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty mundane.
Mm-hmm.
Worked out a whole bunch. Early Christmas present, I got my chest just blasted with fucking tattoos.
Nice.
It hurts. I got some good shoulder action in yesterday. I didn't want to train my chest because I knew I was going to get tattooed because this summer I ran like 16 miles and then got a big old tattoo on my thigh.
I remember.
Like, yeah, and the day, or like when I got my back blasted and then I like jumped out of an airplane the next day and the dude's like, "Why's your back all greasy?" And I was like, it's like a healing tattoo. He's like, yeah, it looks fresh. I'm like, yeah, like, no, I'm like, yeah, like, no, I did this shit like last night, bro. He's like, so you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of nuts.
But then I was thinking, you don't jump out airplanes for a living, so it was a crazy one, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a learning experience. So, like, don't get tattooed on shit you're about to use.
I did not want to like blow my chest up and have it just fucking be a silly putty and just trying to like drill on it. It's a lot. There's a lot of like dark black ink. It was just it was a cover up, so it was a lot of thick black. And I sat in that chair took a needle buzzing on me for the 4 hours last night. So that was cool. Hung out with the wife. Which I had me I delineated from some dieting. I had me a nice cheat meal or cheat day today. I drink a real pop, man, a real soda.
Well, that's weird.
I drink a fucking Sprite, dude.
That's weird, man. Like I don't know. I can't even do it no more. Like I drink some. It tastes like a bucket of sugar, bro. Yeah, it was good. I know, dude. I don't even feel guilty. Like, I've just been killing it on the diet. I've been being such a good boy. Nice.
Yeah, killing it. Some fucking discipline. I think I've ate like one cookie. That was it. Like, that's like since the last time like we talked. I think I had like one cookie in my office, and I think that was it. I might be lying, but I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I remember that I was like, this isn't right.
So you're gonna have them abs by Christmas then?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I was looking in the mirror this morning before the cheat day, so I was like, yeah, I think I got a cheat day. Forget about this. I got me some 19 days just to get dialed in. I was looking in the mirror. If I flex hard, I was like, yeah, they'll be there. It'll be a nice like I've been like a fat boy for so long. I can't really get the bottom two because I have like like when a girl gets like a C-section, they got that little skin at the bottom. I got that kind of action going, but me and Jerry call it the dick skin. So when like I get super shredded, we get like the dick skin at the bottom of the abs.
Yeah, that's me. That's me too, bro. It's all good.
That I'm gonna qualify that as being I'll be happy. Like I'll feel like I got the green check instead of the red X.
Yeah, you can be shredded and have the flap, dude. It's cool.
I mean,
it still counts.
Yeah. From where I started, I will be. And it's like that's Christmas, and that's like when everybody's like bloated fat motherfucker of the year.
Right.
So then from there, it's just, I'm going to lift heavy weights for 2 months and just trying to get strong. Cause I max squatted this week and max deadlift on the same day. I squatted 385, which is like almost like 80 pounds less than my previous max, which is kind of depressing. But, and then I deadlifted 405 and I started seeing stars. So I was like, I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, but how much lighter are you than you were when you hit that max deadlift before?
Fucking solid 25 pounds.
Yeah, I'm huge.
I've got a little thicker because until it's fucking shut down, I've had access to like legit machines and heavy weights. I've been putting on I'm looking pretty jacked right now. I'm pretty thick. But I haven't been putting on like big belly, but like a little bit. Like I put on about like 8 pounds, but.
Well, speaking of working out, I have so I set this goal at the beginning of the I set this goal at the beginning of the year to run 1,000. Actually, here's what happened. I set a goal to run 500 miles this year. It was like, okay, it's achievable, but it's way more than I've ever done before. I'm going to make 500 miles, right? Which is not huge for like any kind of like serious runner, but it's huge for somebody who's never ran, right? And right. So it averages out to about 10 miles a week, like minimum, right? So I'm like, all right, that's doable. Well, what happened was I got so fucking overhyped that I accomplished that goal by the end of June. So I was like, well, fuck it. Let's go for 1,000. So I recalibrated, and now I'm on the 1,000-mile goal, and I now have, I think it's 90 as of today, I have 90 miles left to run in 24 days.
Dude.
Yes, it's gonna be a little tight. It's gonna be a little tight.
Yes, as a boss of mine used to say, that's gonna be tighter than a gnat's ass.
Yeah. my dad used to say that shit. Yeah,
I still say that.
I figured it out. It comes out to around 3 miles per day of every single day I have left. So, it's totally doable. I'm probably going to have to put in some 5, 6, 8 mile days because I'm definitely going to take days off. So, I kind of like it. Honestly, I kind of like the... like, because if it was just like, oh, I got 20 miles left till the end of the month, I'm good. I'd cruise on in. I like this having to fucking really, like, bear down and, like, fucking
it's like that Method Man lyric, right? He said, I do my best work stressed out and under pressure. Deep inside the mind is where you find the buried treasure. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I like that. I like that added pressure element. I like that. It makes me feel like I'm fighting against something. Like it. I don't know. I like
that's
it.
Kind of, yeah, that's kind of like, I'm not going to lie, I ate so much fucking bad food today. But it's like, I'm going to fucking kill every fucking thing this week. I already know, like, I have just like I got all the glycogen back in my muscles. I look fucking buff and veiny and shit. And then I'm like, just ready to get it. You know what I mean? I start tomorrow fresh, fucking like,
yeah.
Oh, dude. Like yesterday, I had
it puts you like, it puts you at like a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great. It's like now you're an underdog and you got to fucking fight for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it ain't an exhibition. It's a fucking real fight now.
Yes. So, yeah,
man,
so that's happening.
Did you watch the Mike Tyson fight?
I did. I watched the last 2 rounds of it.
Man. Okay, here's my takeaways.
Well, let's hear it.
I love Mike Tyson. Mm-hmm. Love him. Yes. I mean, like, I think he's the most terrifying individual ever in the history of fucking combat sports.
I would probably agree with that, yeah.
But I do not want to see him box again.
Did you say it was terrible? Did you say you looked...
No, it was not terrible. I just don't want to see that again.
Because you're like,
I'm mad at him. Like he's just old man now.
Well, did you see the post-fight interview? Like, he seemed all right compared to fucking Roy Jones Jr. That dude was gassed, bro.
Oh, no, Roy Jones, like, they're not, it's not the same. They're not, Roy Jones was tapping and running. That's why he was so much more tired. Yeah. Mike Tyson is still Mike fucking Tyson.
Yeah, he was getting
Don't get it fucked up. He's still stepping in, good head movement. All Roy Jones Jr. did was stop, tap, run, and hug to not get knocked the fuck out.
Right. Like to Mike, it was a legit battle. Like if
that was like a legit fight, like if Roy Jones Jr. was like talking shit, it'd have been a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, like, how do I say this without disrespecting Mike Tyson? Okay, I would never in my life, like right now, I think I'm at my physical peak. And Mike Tyson right now would fuck my shit up.
Yeah, it wouldn't be it
wouldn't be a thing. Yeah, literally. It's like, yeah, Mike Tyson beat your ass, no doubt. Like, 80-year-old Mike Tyson would beat up 20-year-old me for sure.
Yes.
You know? Like.
Facts.
Yeah, like, that's Mike motherfucking Tyson, dude.
Right.
But, Mike Tyson looked way better than fucking Roy Jones Jr., though. But they also made an exhibition, and there was, like, some talk about, like, PEDs, and it's like, the guys are fucking 50. Let them get on that fucking HRT, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. I don't know.
Well, it was weird, too. The thing is, like, they were, like, acting like they're, like, we're not going to declare a winner, and we're going to
I know. It's like,
if you get a cut, we're going to stop it. Like, I was like, nah, is that really a fight? I mean, like...
Yeah, I was like, I want to see Mike Tyson fucking...
They're talking. What's all the talk about fucking Holyfield getting in the ring with him?
Oh, man.
I think that would have been like...
I would watch it. Okay, I retract my statement. I want to see that.
I feel like if they fought, there would be no exhibition about it. Like, I don't think.
No, like, you bit my fucking ear, bro. We are throwing hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no hugging.
I think, and both of them have, like, kind of come a long way since then, and, like, kind of, I think Holyfield's kind of forgiven him and shit. They even poked fun at it, like, made a joke about it in that commercial and shit. But it's still there. They're still, like, two of the most competitive, best boxers of all time getting in the ring together.
Evander Holyfield is a fucking beast. Like, you can't take that. But
I think
Lewis is saying he wants to come back. Like, that's why a lot of these older men now, they want to make like a Legends League now. And it's
I know, it's crazy.
Okay, so hold on. Jake Paul, brother of Logan Paul.
Yeah, I did not watch that, by the way. Go ahead.
Okay, well, he knocked out some basketball player who didn't really train for it. Okay, and he said, okay, this has been the funniest thing I've seen all week. It's him saying his life goal is to fight Conor McGregor in a boxing match and knock him out.
I had a feeling you were about to say that,
dude. Okay, but then there's a clip. You remember Charlie Murphy on the Chappelle Show?
Yeah.
When they say something and he just starts laughing hysterically with that Charlie Murphy laugh.
Yeah.
They show the clip of he's like, I want to fight. I'll knock out Darian Dennison and Conor McGregor. He's like, it's just like, dude, I swear, like, my wife's I don't think my wife's ever seen Chappelle Show. And yeah, I know.
The greatest sketch comedy TV series of all fucking time, and it was only 2.5 seasons, bro.
I know, but dude, my wife is not into. She used to watch MMA, but she's not into combat sports at all. Yeah. But me and her just watched that thing on loop like 6 fucking times, dude. I just could not get enough.
That's hilarious.
He's like, I'm gonna knock out Conor McGregor. It's like,
I love that. It's like a perfect meme, dude. That's perfect.
I want to see that. Because like Jake Paul's brother Logan is now going to do an exhibition match with Mayweather, and it's just like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, why are these fucking YouTubers trying to fight like fucking monsters? Like, Conor McGregor will fuck you up, Jake Paul. Like, in my podcast, I think, like, I'll fight fucking Jake Paul right now.
Dude,
he might beat my ass. I don't know.
Do they not realize that Conor McGregor would fuck up most human beings? Like, it's not like he's a professional fighter. I don't even care about weight class. He would fuck up most human beings if he tried to straight out.
He was sparring with the Mountain, dude.
I saw that.
Like the Mountain. He is a 400-pound human being.
His name is the Mountain.
Right. His real name is Thor. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like he is a fucking ginormous human being. And and Conor McGregor knows as long as he doesn't get his hands on him, he can fucking, he can get away with just landing shots on him and staying away.
Right.
And it's like, do you think, like, Jake Paul, you've been boxing for like a year, bro. You're gonna get fucking demolished.
Yeah,
quick.
it's just silly. It's sensationalism. I don't even think he believes that shit. I hope not. I hope he doesn't really believe that shit. That's crazy.
I hope he does. I would fight Jake Paul. I know, he's like, I'm like, you might, like, he's like the trainers, like, he has some boxing skill, like, like, he's been training hard at boxing.
Yeah. But
it's like, dude, you give me fucking 50 G's, I'll box that fool right now.
Oh, yeah.
You can give me 5 G's, I'll box that fool in my backyard right now. I'll whoop his ass.
5 G's is a lot of money, bro.
What's that, 5 G's?
Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah. I pay off all my court fines.
Yeah, that come in handy, bro. I pay off half my credit card debt with that shit.
Yeah, I'll hit the jazz, hit that for the uppercut, call it a day.
All right, should we get into more Long Lost Brothers pressing matters?
Yeah.
We're gonna finish out our book review this week, right? So we over this past month, we're now into we're now like deep into December. But our book for November was 25 Hours a Day by Nick Bare, and I think we skipped a week on it. So let's wrap that baby up, man. What do you think overall of Nick Bare's book?
I feel like it's one of those where it's just like him telling you how he became successful kind of books. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of it is about just embracing the suck, going balls deep. If you want something and you want to realize your dreams, you have to do everything possible to make that happen. Right. There's no breaks, there's no mistakes. You just have to continue to drive forward and press on and move and be driven if you want to achieve these huge goals. You know, if you want to settle for mediocre, then you'll have mediocre. But if you want the thing so fucking bad that, you know, if you want it as much as you want to breathe, right, like the old parable, right, then you're going to do whatever it fucking takes. And it sounds like that is the main takeaway that I got from it.
Yeah, man. Hard work, no shortcuts. You know, like, I think the whole point of his book is like, this is not a book of like how to hack, you know, like hacks to get to where you want to be. Like literally, it's just hard work and fucking embracing, you know, difficulty and pushing through. And that's why I liked it, man. That's why I like the book. Is it the best book I ever read on the subject? No. Is it massively articulate? Not really. I mean, I don't feel like he's a natural writer, and I don't think he claims to be or wants to be. But I think he did a pretty good job at telling his story for not really being a writer. And, you know, he's just telling his own story and giving some kind of some good business and, you know, personal development advice. I thought it was a good book. I
liken it to the George St. Pierre's book.
Okay.
Like there's some good stuff there to take away from, but it's if you want this, do this. If you want what I got, do what I did.
Right.
Right, and it's like, yeah, you know what I did? I worked my fucking ass off as an entrepreneur. I learned how to do the things that I needed to do so I could do them in-house. So I don't have to pay, so I could, you know, so I could lower my overhead, you know, and it's like,
yeah, there was a lot of that, like self-education. I really enjoyed that aspect of like him sharing that, like not being like, oh, I had to go to this school to learn this or that or whatever. Like he literally self-taught most of his business practices and things like that, and like how to promote his business, how to grow his business and scale it and things like he's learned all that shit on his own.
Yeah, like he became a YouTuber to sell his fitness products, and it's like usually it's the inverse. It's like I'm a YouTuber and then I'm gonna come out with a clothing line. Yeah,
and so, I think so. I think it's one of those books that are like it's necessary. I think for people to hear from like straight from someone, and they're not telling you all these things like, oh, I use the law of attraction, or I use this, or I use that. It's like, you just like what it really takes, what honestly you really want to know what it takes is like, it just takes working hard, and that's it. Like, that's it.
It's a very much how the sausage is made book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I dig it. I liked it. Like I said, nothing life-changing, nothing game-changing that I haven't heard before, but I enjoyed his perspective very much.
Yeah, and I got a lot of respect for the dude.
And he's so I don't know if you've been following it at all, but like
I've seen his picture on Instagram. He's a fucking handsome son of a bitch,
bro. His latest YouTube videos, okay, they're like so well fucking put together. Like he's got a whole team now of like creatives who help him like put this shit together, and like he's filming his entire like journey to the Ironman and the Boston Marathon. And it's fucking... I've been
following along a little bit, and it's
motivating as fuck, man. It is.
Yeah.
It makes me want to do tough shit again. Like, it makes me want to run that marathon in June. You know what I mean? It makes me want to train, like, for something difficult.
Right.
Anyway, so overall, good book. Not the most,
I liked it. I'm glad you picked it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And it was a quick read. That's why I like it too. Is like I could suggest it to someone. I could be like, hey man, check this book out. It's pretty good. Like you want to start a business, you know, here's one way someone did it, and it's a quick read. You don't have to spend fucking weeks reading this thing.
Right.
Pretty good. I dug it. So
okay,
yeah.
so I have our new book. Hold on.
The new book. This is the long lost book of the month for December.
Yes, and I picked it, and it's called The Power of Habit. It's by Charles Duhigg.
Okay.
With the double G's, and I believe this is going to talk about you know.
Do you have? Is there like a little description or something on there?
I'm sure there is.
We just read whatever they say it's about because I kind of like I've delved into it before, and I started listening to it today while I was running, so I didn't get that far into it. But you know, the first thing it's talking about is like the science, like behind like how they figured out how important habit was in changing your life. So a really interesting stories though, starting off the book. Like that have nothing to do with like
I'm on Audible, so I literally just play the prologue right now. But yeah, it is about how, you know, I mean, we all know, like, you know, habit is important. Like even okay, so I'm not a morning person. I hate getting up early, but when I was really into powerlifting with my buddy Aaron Powers, our only time we had available to powerlift was at 4:30 in the morning, or 5 o'clock we'd start, but you had to be at 4:30 if you want to be there at 5, right? And so I made that a habit because I wanted this training, I wanted this knowledge that Aaron had of the conjugate training method, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he was a training partner, and he is a committed individual, a good friend. So, you know, I made that the habit to get up at 4:30. So at first it's fucking goddamn motherfuck this alarm. But, you know, after a while you start waking up at 4:15. Yeah. You know, on your own, your eyes start opening at 4:15. You know that, you know what, it's 8 o'clock, I'm going to go to bed because I'm going to be up before I'm picking up heavy shit.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll delve into the book as it goes, but I just thought that talking about, you know, what are some of our actions? You know, our existence, our success is a sum of our actions, and our actions are the continuous the things that we do, which are habit, right? We're creatures of habit. So if you're habitually smoking cigarettes, you're probably going to develop CPOD. Yeah. You know, or whatever. Yeah. What have you. Whatever
it is, man. We talk about it a lot on this podcast because that's what we do. Like, I mean, that's part of the reason we do the challenges is like to get out of normal habits and do something different and hopefully instill something better, like the gallon water challenge, right? Yeah. Or the stretching and mobility challenge, daily challenge.
Oh, man, I stretch. Oh, you know what? I watched fucking Mulan because it's free now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That motherfucker was good.
I'm going to check it out. I didn't know it was free now.
Yeah, no, it's on the free now. So anyway, yeah, because I was like, I didn't work out Friday, which is weird for me. Friday night to go work out. I decided to stay home and spend time with my wife instead. But I was like, well, I should probably do something for my well-being. And cause at first I was like, oh, we're gonna watch Mulan, fucking, you know, like air jerk off motion. But I was like, this is gonna be so gay. But yeah, so I started stretching, and you know, I stretched out and I started watching Mulan. By the end, I'm not gonna lie, Mulan is hard as fuck. That's a good ass movie. It's gangster.
Well, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it with my daughter tomorrow.
You know, it's really enjoyable. It's well put together. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's some cool underlying themes. You can get political with it, or you can just be like, oh, this is a cartoon version of this is a live action of the cartoon, but it's cool. It is good.
Well, that's cool. That's something I can do tomorrow with my daughter because my wife works and I'll have something to do with her besides school.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I got to go back to work tomorrow, but that's okay. Gonna help make people not homeless, and, life's good, man.
Yeah, I can't complain. I think life's going pretty well. I think, you know what? We should tell people because if they don't know, they don't know. So we have changed things up on the podcast, and now we are doing 2 podcasts a week. We are doing this normal podcast that you're listening to right now, and we're also doing a separate podcast for our fitness challenges. So don't expect to hear that tonight, but if you do want to hear the latest fitness challenge, we recorded it the other night. Those will come out on Thursdays. So Mondays, you're going to get this podcast where we bullshit and we talk about Mulan and Mike Tyson and shit, and then, and book reviews and stuff. And then on Thursdays, you'll get what that week's fitness challenge is and us going over how we did on the previous week's fitness challenges. So our goal with the fitness challenges is really to get other people to do it with us. So I really... Yeah, tune in Thursday. This week we got a pretty good challenge going, and we talked about last week's challenge. So if you want to find out how we did on last week's fucking motherfuck of a challenge, check in on that, and then tune in this next Thursday to find out how we did on this week's challenge, and get the new challenge for the following week. But yeah, I'd love to get more people doing it, like posting about it. Shit, that'd be great. You know what? I can't wait, man. To the Christmas episode. Oh man, I wanted to say that we got to do a Christmas episode. I think we should record it like next week because, I mean, we could maybe do it the week of Christmas because I think Christmas falls on a Friday, so it'll be out like the whole week before. So yeah, I just really want to talk about Elf. Yeah, Elf's fucking great, dude. Yeah, well, it's going to be a good episode. Like, so if you guys don't know, we talked about this before, but kind of like we did with our Halloween spooktacular, we are going to break down and talk about our favorite Christmas-themed movies when it gets closer to Christmas here. We're going to do I'm going to talk about them shitty 80s claymations I love so much. What were we going to call this episode? Wasn't it going to be like the Shia Labeouf hip-hop Christmas special or something? That was your idea, man. No, I was saying I wish that there was a Shia LaBeouf Christmas album, and I would pay any money that I would max out all my credit cards to get a Shia LaBeouf signed hard copy of him doing a Christmas album, and I would give it to you for Christmas. If I would max out all my credit cards to do that now. What would you do if say a year from now? Okay. All right. Say like a year from now. Like I'm like, we're doing the podcast and we're doing it over Zoom or something, right? Like by then, hopefully we'll be doing like a video element. And you just had Shia LaBeouf come on. What if I was like, ladies and gentlemen, Jesse doesn't know about this, but I have a special guest with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Shia LaBeouf. I'll freestyle rap battle that motherfucker. You get left in the dust, son. You can't fuck with Shia. I will calm down, honey boy. I got you don't know, dude. I'm telling you. I was on meth for like 20 years, dude, and I thought I was a rapper. I think I still got it. Well, I see. You would pay all your money for that Christmas album. I'd pay all my money to see Jesse Cole versus Shia LaBeouf in a fucking all-time rap battle on our podcast. Okay, here's a better one. Who do you think would win in a fist fight, Jake Paul or Shia LaBeouf? Shia LaBeouf. Oh. Shia LaBeouf, right after he steals that motherfucker's hat. Oh, yeah. Steal his hat, bro. No, I don't know, man. Like you said, Jake Paul fucking trains boxing, so. But Shia LaBeouf ain't no way. I know I talk a lot of shit about Shia LaBeouf, but genuinely, I do respect him, and he works out like a motherfucker. Here's what I think. You know what? All you'd have to do is give Shia LaBeouf a movie role where he's a boxer, right before he fights Jake Paul,
like,
and that's
like
fucking over.
Right?
Yeah, it's over because Shia LaBeouf's like a crazy method actor. Like, you know,
everything you gotta think about Shia LaBeouf. He has his ass beat by his dad a lot when he was a kid.
Oh yeah,
and that makes you a different kind of tough.
It does.
You know,
Indeed.
Like, okay, like Jake Paul, yeah, you and your brother did like a bunch of YouTube stuff, and you got a little boxing train. You was a little kid getting hit by a man.
Yeah. Yeah, you got your ass beat by your dad, Jake Paul? I don't think so.
Maybe you did. I don't know, but
maybe. I
watched Honey Boy. I seen some weird shit.
Yeah. His dad slapped the shit out of him, bro.
I don't know. My money be on Shia, to be honest.
Well, I'm glad to see you coming around on the old Shia.
I don't hate Shia LaBeouf. I just think that he is a very eccentric individual.
He's a weirdo. You can say it.
Yeah, no, he's a weird motherfucker.
But
he's right. He knows it. It's not like he's like, yeah, I'm totally normal. Like, he made the movie Honey Boy. He's like, hold on, I'm gonna put out this whole movie to show you my side of the story.
Right.
Okay, sit tight. Let me put this into perspective for you.
Right.
So I'll give him that.
All right. So we're doing the Power of Habit, and my goal is to have Shia LaBeouf on the program at some point, and and in a couple weeks we'll be doing the Christmas special, and then what I really want to do as well is the following week I want to do a New Year's special where we lay out fucking 2021 goals. I think that'll be a good one. I think that'll be fun. We can lay out our own personal goals for the year, and then maybe we can come up with some goals for the podcast, like, you know, certain things that we want to do or achieve, or, you know, within the next year. Like, I don't know. Something like that. All right.
Yeah, I'm with that. All right.
Cool. Let's wrap it up.
All right, man. All right. We'll talk to you I'll talk to you on Wednesday. You guys will hear us on Thursday. And we'll be talking about some fucked off fucking legs and quads. And we'll talk to you then.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. All right.
All right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll talk to you on Thursday.
I appreciate you.